Hi, my name is Jim. Welcome to my messy garage. Recently I bought a Rad Mini, but it had a broken throttle. And so the folks at Rad Bikes were good enough to sell me a new one, but there weren't any instructional videos as to how to replace it. I looked it over and I wasn't quite sure, and so after messing around, I think I've got it figured out, and I thought I'd make a video on how to replace it, and that way you might find it easier than I did. Okay, the first step is removing the grip. Now, this is probably the most challenging part of the process because these grips are really tight on here. But if you just twist it ever so slowly, little by little, eventually you're going to get that off of there. Sometimes you might want to put a screwdriver in between here and kind of force that off in the very beginning stage. Mine just comes off very slowly. I use two hands to start, and then little by little you just need to work it off of there. As you can see, I'm still just working it slowly, but see, I've made a little progress here, and it just is kind of a slow process. By the way, there is a little end cap that you remove right here, so I would actually do that first. I finally have that little sucker off, and that is really the most challenging part. The next portion was something that I thought was going to be more confusing because I thought this was going to require going into the harness, but what's really nice about the design of this, I'm just going to place that right there for right now, is this throttle has its own cable, and as you can see, it goes to here. Well, it's not easy to see that there's a joint in here, but really all you do is pull that and it's disconnected. So now you have your grip off and you have your throttle cable disconnected. Now go get your 3mm Allen wrench. Okay, we've got our 3mm Allen wrench, and the nut is just up underneath. And so obviously you're just going to turn that counterclockwise, and that loosens right up. Voila, that puppy's off of there. Now it's really important that you hold on to that plastic piece. You're going to need that, and the new one does not come with that. Okay, here's the new throttle, and as you can see, this one has a button that works, whereas the other one was broken. We just take that and slide it right onto there. Now, this has a stop portion right there. You're going to want that right up against there. There's our cable, and here's our little plastic fitting that went right there. That's going to go right there, and then you're going to go back up underneath, and once again, you're going to use your 3mm Allen wrench and tighten that back up. Okay, as you can see, there's your new throttle cable, and there's a little titty right there, and it's only going to fit on here one way. Those are small pins, so I would suggest making sure you have that lined up very correctly prior to pushing that together. And she pops right in. Then grab your little piece of Velcro, and you can wrap that back together. Now you've got your little piece of plastic right there. Your next step is to get that grip back on there. The guys at Rad Bikes said use a little bit of water. I myself went ahead and just used a little natural fluids, and I found that to go back on there a lot easier than it came off. And they said that you should give it a day to dry, and then she'll be as good as new as far as how quick you can ride it without having that grip be loose. Okay, so your last step is just throw in your little end cap. Feels good. Grip feels like it's on there right. Let's see how she works. Push the button in. Hold on to it nice and tight. Yep. All good to go. Well, that wasn't too hard. Thanks for watching.